video is all about boobs. What's the same people? Your girl Nels here. Another video. Specifically, mommy vlogs. So today I'm going to talk about breastfeeding. This is a video giving you tips and tricks for breastfeeding. So all of you mommies out there who is breastfeeding a baby, or pregnant mommies who is going to have a baby and planning on breastfeeding, this is a video for you. So before we get into the video, don't forget to click subscribe if you haven't already, and click on the notification bell so you can get notified every time I post a video. And at the end of this video, if you like it, don't forget to give a big thumbs up, and of course share it with all of your friends. So let's get into the video. So yeah, we all know this Trinidad and everybody thinks they know how to breastfeed. I thought so too. Well, apparently not. Mind you, I am not a medical professional. I am nowhere, shape or form in any sort of position to give anybody medical advice. This is just what I have learned over the years. Remember that. Of course, when I go to breastfeed, the first thing you need to focus on is latching on properly. Definitely. Because if your baby does not latch on properly, that can affect your milk flow, and it can also be super painful. So I know here in Trinidad we don't have lactation consultants, and if we do, it's probably at a private clinic. But what you can do is, when you first have your baby, within like the first hour or so, they usually ask you if you want to breastfeed. And if you do, they give you your baby so that you can start breastfeeding. What you can do is have the midwife or pediatrician or whatever look at how your baby is latching on, and they can give you like pointers and show you the right way to latch on. If you have already gone through that and you're at home and you didn't ask about it, or they showed you at the hospital and then you get home and it just ain't working out, you can always go to your local health center and ask the doctor or the head nurse to observe you breastfeeding your baby, and they will give you pointers. They will show you what you're doing wrong, and they will help you to get a proper latch so that your baby can latch on properly and breastfeed efficiently, and that it will be comfortable for you. The second thing is, of course, get comfortable. I mean, breastfeeding is a lot of work. It takes a toll on not just your boobs but on your body, because one, you're breastfeeding, you're holding a baby, and sometimes if you're sitting you can get like neck pains and stuff like that. So make sure, get comfortable, find the most comfortable breastfeeding position for you, and it will work out just fine. I usually lay down on my side with Chi, or like if I'm not at home, I hold her in the cradle position. That is like the two most comfortable positions for me. But you can, try around with different positions and see what's best for you. Some people use nursing pillows. I don't, because, well, she's bigger now, so I don't have need to use a nursing pillow. But some people do use nursing pillows to aid them in like supporting the baby when they're in the cradle position, or if they're in the football hold. So, try it out, see what works for you, and just enjoy it. My third tip is about clothing. Definitely need what I call breastfeeding friendly clothing. If you do have an Amazon and a Skybox account, you can go on Amazon and look up all those expensive breastfeeding tops and dresses and sweaters and all those things. Or if you're like me and you're poor, you ain't have no money, you could just find what I call breastfeeding friendly clothes. So things that is easily accessible to your boobs for your baby. So like something like this, I can just bring it down, expose my boob and give it to the baby, mind you, underneath a breastfeeding cover. And you can wear like a vest if you have to go out, you could actually wear like a regular t-shirt, but make sure you have a vest underneath so that when you lift the clothes, your tummy is not exposed, your side, your back, none of those things. Or you can get like button down shirts, or they are actually t-shirts and tops and different women clothing with like button downs in the front that you could actually open up and get to your baby. Also, if you do have the money, invest in a good breastfeeding bra. Also, in the line of clothing, make sure that you have a breastfeeding cover. If not a breastfeeding cover, probably like a big bath rag, or maybe a blanket for when you go out with your baby so that you can cover yourself, be as modest as possible. Fourth tip definitely has to be nutrition. It's up there in like the high things that you need to do when you want to breastfeed, because whatever you eat turns into breast milk for your baby. If you're not eating properly, if you're not eating a lot, if you're not, putting in enough into your body for you and your baby, you're not going to get out a lot. And I researched, and I also spoke to nurses at the health center, and they said was you have to consume at least 500 extra calories per day when you're breastfeeding. So make sure and eat a little more, and please don't eat like empty sugars like a bunch of snacks and junk food. And no, we talking healthy here, so a lot of protein, a lot of healthy food, leafy greens, vegetables, nuts, fruits, meats, milk, all these things that you have to consume on a regular basis to be healthy. And of course, stay hydrated. I usually have like 2 of these in my fridge that I drink from, and most of the times I refill them because I drink a lot of water, and you're really thirsty when you're breastfeeding. So I'm always hydrating myself. I'm always drinking water, and when I leave the house I usually try to take like a tumbler or a bottle with me with water so that I can hydrate, because sometimes you forget to buy water, or you're not in a place where you can buy water and you have your handy dandy tumbler. 5th tip is pump. Pumping actually helps to increase your milk production. I know a lot of people think that I'm not getting enough milk and blah blah blah, but you see, after like about the 4th, 5th day when your milk starts to come in, it is usually the most at that point. What you want to do is make sure that at every single feeding your boob is completely empty when you breastfeed your baby. If not, you can use a breast pump to expel the rest of the milk. Even when you feed your baby, you could pump right after you breastfeed, or you can wait an hour and then pump. Pumping the breast milk out of your breast actually gives your boob more room to make more milk. It's basically telling it, hey, it's empty, fill it back. And that actually helps you with your milk production. It actually helps you produce more breast milk. The more you empty your boob, the more it refills. Also, I recently found out that your milk duds can be clogged sometimes. Like when you're breastfeeding, sometimes you can like see little white spots in your nipple and like around your areola. That's actually because your milk duds are clogged, and you need to just squeeze on it just a little to get it out in order to have the milk flow so that your baby can breastfeed. Because if your milk duds got clogged, they can actually stop your milk production and cause you to have low flow, and that's not helpful. That low flow thing is not helpful. I actually exclusively breastfeed baby Shay. I haven't given her formula. I don't intend on giving her formula anytime soon. Maybe when she's a bit older, but not right now. And even then I'll still breastfeed. So that's what I'm doing, and these are my tips for breastfeeding. If you have any questions or concerns about breastfeeding, be sure to ask your head nurse at your local health center or your doctor. But that is the video. Those are my breastfeeding tips for our Trini girls and even Americans, wherever you are. That is my tips, and this is Jay. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And be sure to come back to my channel for more tips and tricks on being a mommy. I'll see you next time on the island. Bye! Say bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Say bye.